Having you? Right, today, because the weather's so crap, we're down in the filter house, or in the filter pit, as I like to call it. And I thought the only thing we could do, because the weather is so crap, look at the stairs, I have dressed myself today. Because the weather is so crap, that we'd have a look at getting this purge done today on the main drain. First of all, we had Storm Eunice yesterday. Hope everyone's safe down in the south for that. It hit us, but not quite so bad as everyone else. But Storm Eunice decided to sort of blow through a little bit. No damage here, touch wood. I think we've got some more winds tomorrow, which is Sunday. But for the guys at the likes of Wayside, Coy and everybody who's sort of south, stay safe down there. I hope everybody's okay and no major damage. Okay. So big shout out to you lot. But yeah, today's job is to fit this bad boy into the main drain and get the valve, which is currently sitting in that big blue tub there with the Daphnia fell in. Get the valve onto there, so as then I've got a purge for the bottom drain. So I'm going to get started, I'm going to get ready. First of all, I've got to make a latch for the door because it keeps banging, so I'll sort that out in a minute, and I'll come back to you in a bit. Catch you later. There you go, first job done. There you have it, simple, bit of wood, job done, go beat it. As I said, the main drain today, this is my main drain coming down here, comes across here, forgive the camera skills, I'm on the gimbal, comes across here and obviously up into the Nexus. So the plan is to cut the 4-inch cut piece out of here, fit the white piece in and put a valve on so as it goes straight into the drainage pit. That means I'm going to have to isolate the Nexus from the main pump, just on that valve there, here we are, or that one there. So I've got two valves there. That'll isolate any water coming back from the pond into the Nexus. And obviously I've got me 4-inch, if I can get myself sorted here, I've got my 4-inch valve, I don't know if you can see it, just down here. So they'll shut that off, that'll isolate the main drain, and away we go. So yeah, that's the plan. It's gonna, I don't know if it's gonna be one of them days where I wish I'd never have started again, but we'll just see. I think it should be pretty smooth sailing, other than I'm probably gonna get a little bit wet. And look at that, sun shines out, sun's shining now, and I've decided to do this. I could have been doing other stuff, but there you go. So yeah, just as well while I'm in here and while I think about it, if I can get this bloody thing to turn around the right way, round we go on. Now keep going, that's it, keep going. You know what, don't ever invest in one of these, get yourselves a GoPro or something. I had a mess about with the bead in the week, as you can tell the top's on it, so that's all back on, and I've started looking at the plumbing with the pump. So the pump's, well, plumbed on, I suppose. Still got to sort the feed to the pump. I'm deciding whether to stick with 1.5-inch feed or whether to go 2-inch all the way. I don't think it makes a lot of difference, but I'll figure that out as we go along. This pipe here, this side, that's the return back to the pond. You got your pump coming up obviously and going in, and then this one, sort yourself out. This one here is the return, and that goes down, and then it'll shoot straight there and straight to the return in the pond. So I've been having a mess with that in the week, not documented anything, but yeah, there you go. Right, so I'm going to crack on, get these valves turned off and get the Nexus drain down, and I'll be back to you soon. Well, there's no going back now, is there? That's the elbows cut off. Here's the main drain coming in. That's got to go onto there, so I've got to cut some more of that off yet. That's the part what goes up into the Nexus. So yeah, now going back now, is there? The Nexus is currently empty. The K1's still in water, so that's the main thing. So yeah, now going back on that one, you can hear water running, and you'll also down here you'll see it gushing. What that is because, as I've already explained before, if I can get this right for you to see, there's a standpipe just there. It's also got my overflow on now because I've pumped all the water out the Nexus and everything's sort of in the pond now. The overflow is taking care of the level of the water, so that's why it's overflowing like mad, because I've pumped an extra few 100 gallon into this. So yeah, eventually that'll stop. But that's what I've just done, and I'll come back to you hopefully when it's all back together. The beauty of it is my main 4-inch gate valve, that's been on there 20 years at least. Still got the original seals, and still bone dry. Not even a trickle coming out of it. So happy days. Back to you in a bit. Right then, just popped down the garden because the missus gave me a shout, got a cup of tea for me, so I thought I'd show you this. I had this basically half full yesterday. I opened the valve this morning just to test that tank connector. Seems okay at the minute, but I've still got no faith in it. As you can see, sun's out now. It's gone glorious. The pond's down a little bit. I've put some blanket weed answering just to settle in there while I've got the drain and everything off. So that'll do me a favour. But I'm going to show you this as well. This, forgive me camera skills. I don't know if you can see it, to be fair. Just there. Looks a bit blurred. Well, just to me. Just there. This is a moss growing on the side of my pond. Now that patch has been there for a couple of years now, if you can see it. It's like a stringy moss. A friend of mine, he's dead now, God bless him, and he used to have it in his pond, and he used to have it covered. The whole of the pond was covered in his. It started to grow in mine now, which I did want it to, but there you go. So yeah, right, I'm going to get back down that pit because as you can see, the pond's slightly down. It's about 3 inches of water, and the overflow's still running, which makes me think it's going to need adjusting. So right, I'll catch you in a bit. Right then, this is where we are. As you can hear, that's stopped running now down there. We've got the drain cut off, and we've got a piece of pipe there. I've just had to shoot out to screw fix to get some of that. That's just exactly the same stuff as what glued everything on this pond, and I've never, touch wood, never had a leaking joint. So we're going to use it on this. I've scratched it up a little bit, cleaned it out, dried it out. That's the piece of pipe I've cut out off the drain, so I'll use that now in there. That'll allow me then to fix into the that T-piece. Yep, that's the one. So I'm going to teach her how to suck eggs, but I'm going to get this glued up and I'll catch you in a bit. I tell you what, you gotta love the smell of solvent weld. I forgot how good it smelt. Oh, that's just going off now, so give it a few minutes and we'll get it on. But what I'll do in the meantime is get the T-piece in there ready, and then I can just cut the end off that pipe, leave enough just for the T-piece, and then we'll oofa doofa, mothers, yeah, oh yeah, yeah, forget that, see you in a bit. Right then, there we have it. It's on, basically. I might get myself an elbow to put in the end so as it just shoots straight down into the pit, but at the minute I ain't too fussed about that. I've got, and this is a mistake from the start. It's a little bit sort of out of shape. Get my string out of the way. There, it's sort of kinged around the post. Not realising it was so close to the post, but there we have it. I've had to put a new Jubilee clip on the top, just on that one there, on the bottom of the Nexus, because that one there was a bag of crap. So here's the big test now. Got to open the drain, if I can get at it. So I had to tap it down with an hammer. So I might just need to loosen the nut off around the thing, so I'll come back to you. So there's the drain, just down there. Down in. So I'm going to lift that now. Oh, which will come up. There you go. Gush your water. Just sorting itself out. So yeah, it's starting to come through. You can see already the colour and the crap was coming up out of there. I mean, that's just stopped. There you go, that's just come up the drain. I always keep that there because I got a dome, or my dome's not on properly on the drain. So yeah, looks like this purge is going to work, in all fairness. Yeah, back on for the Nexus. I've got so much crap under here, you won't believe. So that's just starting to turn again. I fired the drum up yet to say worth it. Yeah, it's just brought a fair bit of crap up there. So, well, that's I'm obviously going to be low on water, so we'll turn the blue on. Tell you what, we'll connect it up first. I disconnected it the other night, so I was messing about. So we'll connect that up on there first. Turn it on. That blue pipe then feeds the water in there out of the big blue, so that's going to start topping the pond up again straight away. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this valve and let's see if it does any better. Forgive me camera skills. Ooh. Ooh. Starting to flood. Yeah, okay. We'll see how it goes. I don't see anything come out then. Let's we'll see how it goes. We'll get the pond back to running speed and we'll go from there. But there you go. That's a job which I needed to do, according to what I'm being told by several koi keepers. And to be fair, it just confirms what I was already thinking, that we need a purge. So if you haven't got one, seriously consider doing yourself one. I think I can turn the pump back on now. That's running at what's it running at? 72%, 80 watts. That's a 18,000 pump, that is. Let's turn the drum back on as well. You'll probably hear the drum kick in a second. I'll have to turn it back off, but oh, pump ain't going to work without the valve open, is it? Oh, I've got to have a clean up. Definitely got to have a clean up. There you go. Now you'll see it start to work. Drum's kicked in. Look at that. That's just all dragged up from the drain. How good is it? A lot of it, to be fair, is blanket weed answer, so I'll put some blanket weed answer in today. So a lot of it is that, but there was some proper pretty brown coloured stuff just come up as well, so yeah, that ain't good. There you go, happy days, bit of a short one today. I'm going to get cleaned up and I'll catch you later. Just a quick one, if you recall a few weeks ago when I was talking about the Nexus and I was on about the K1 coming back. Can you see it down there? Piece of K1 there, there's another piece I've just seen floating around. So yeah, the K1 comes back in here, gets stuck, under your float switch on the Draco. Stops the Draco doing what it's got to do. What's another piece down there? I don't know where it's from. Yeah, stops the Draco doing what it's got to do. So it gets stuck under that float switch down there. Keeps it up in the air. Draco thinks that the Nexus is still full, but in the meantime the Nexus is draining and everything starts to run dry. So yeah, just if you've got one of these and you've got a Nexus, just keep an eye out for that. You probably already know about the K1 flushing back. It is what it is. Is it a design fault? I don't know. This is an old Nexus, so maybe they've improved since. Did think about changing this one, but you know what? Still works. Why bother? It's still doing what it's got to do. Currently, water temperature is, if you can see through the cobwebs, 6.7. That says. Yep, 6.7. So it's a cold one today. I'm topping up now with some fresh. There's my UV in there, which is an Amalga one. So yeah, but yeah, keep an eye on that K1, guys, if you've got a Draco and a Nexus, because it will catch it out. Well, it's caught me out a couple of times when I've come up here and everything's been sucking air. You can normally tell when the return's blowing bubbles. So yeah, there you go. Happy days. Catch you in a bit. So I've just come from up the garden to have a look down here, and I've just noticed that the clarity in here in the little lens has gone to pot for some reason. I've got no UV on it at the minute. It's switched off, but I've noticed that I've just fed them as well, and they don't seem interested. So I'm going to get the pod clean, see what's going on with these, and I'll get back to you. Just while I'm at it, there's a pallet truck where I've had to borrow from work just to try and get that into position, but it's going to need moving again because this end here where the valve is 2 inches lower than what that is because of the runoff of the slab. So I've got to raise that on a bit of timber, and you'll notice that I've even ripped off the side plastic, which was going to be too low, going to be too short by the time I've raised it. So by the time I've raised it, I'll put some new plastic on there. I've got plenty to go at anyway. So yeah, right, I'm going to get these little ones cleaned out and see what the issue with them is. They seem to be fed up, to be honest. They're normally buzzing up by the window, but I'll catch you in a bit. So I've just took the lid off the pod, and it's something I've never seen before. Anybody can tell me what that is. It's like a furry dangly bit, that's all I can say. Furry, stalactite, whatever you want to call it. Nothing been added to the water, nothing on due. It looks like it's growing on the K1 as well. I've never seen anything like that. Strange that. Right, I'm going to get to tune up. Speak to you in a minute. There's the temperature at the minute of the tank, the small ones. This stuff must be shooting up a bit because we don't even want to start churning yet. It will do in a minute though. This pipe here is just a pump where I've got in the standpipe just to put a bit of extra water in, because, you know, when I've done this a couple of times the water doesn't get to a level where it'll allow the K1 to move. So what I do, I pump a bit of water in as well, just to fill the pod up and get it going. But you can see them all around the edge there. Strange, I've never seen them before. K1's just starting to move now, starting to get going. So I'm going to give that 20 minutes or so, let it churn up a bit, empty it, get another go, empty it, probably get another go, and then see how they get on, see if they'll liven up a little bit. Right, catch you in a bit. Oh, let's turn you around the right way. So as you can see, I've just done the first clean, emptied it out, refilled it up, and you can see how low the water is now. So if I turn on the air pump, it's just going to bubble through the K1 and not really churn it over like it should do. And as I said, that clear pipe there, that's a little power head pump. So if I plug it in, what we'll do then is we will start to fill up the water. So it's only a little power head pump, and all it does is just brings the water out of that standpipe there, which is where my air goes down and to the after the valve, like I was saying. So we've got the valve pod standpipes before the valve, if you like. So yeah, that'll just pump a bit of water in there to top it up. The pod's isolated off the pond at the minute with a valve, so that'll fill up and the pond will stay as it is. And we'll give it another spin. Don't look too bad, to be fair. It don't seem any worse than what it normally is after a week, but there you go. We'll see how it goes, and I'll come back to you in a bit. Looks like we've had mice in the shed over winter. Glue are all chewed up. I've had a bit of a clean up in here as well. I've done the pod for the little ends. They're back up and running now, and I've made room on my bench. Had a bit of a fit and had a tidy up, so as I'm ready to get that on there, the duck's back. So I've got no brushes. I thought I had, but I've got none here, so I've got the missus does all the painting and decorating in there, so I've got to beg one off her now. So I'm sorry about the flashing, it's off the LED lights. So yeah, I've got to beg one off her, but the little ones are all settled in now. It's going dark outside. The main pond, I'll give them a bit of food because they were up looking for some. It's gone now, they've ate it. So that's all up and running again. I'm just going to go up in a minute and double check on everything, but yeah, that's all up and running. Looks like, from where I'm stood, it looks like the one air pump's off, but I'll sort that out in a bit. So that's the update for this week, guys. If you like these videos of me just messing about in the garden and making a mess, as you can see, everything's just thrown everywhere at the minute. Give us a like, give us a subscribe, and even a comment. Just say hello, let me know you're out there. So yeah, I'll catch you later. This is the update for this week. Saturday evening. I might do another one tomorrow, because I'm thinking of going on a field trip, but keep your eyes peeled for that. See how we get on. Catch you later.